Thanks for staying with us. And Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. We have for you the election edition. Joining us from Los Angeles, the siege of Southern California, Dennis Miller. Happy birthday to Miller, everybody out there. 57 years old. Unbelievable.
I was 57 when I first got into the studio. I just turned 58.
I know we've been working, and for people who don't know, because they couldn't possibly know, we're having a little technical difficulty. Now, before we get to the pinheaded politics stuff, when did you know you were over the hill? How old were you when you came to that realization?
When I went past the great Joe DiMaggio at 56, I knew I was in trouble. So 57.
Does it bother you? I mean, you're a guy that's hip and with it, the kids like it and all it is. Does it bother you that you're 57 or you don't give a fig?
Billy, the option is to be croaked, baby. I'm just glad to be on this side of the surface. I hear those Chilean miners whining. I go, what are you kidding me? They pluck you out of the bowels of the earth? You're topside again? You're not sitting on an ottoman made out of your own poop and you're not happy? I'm happy every day.
All right, Miller, that's the philosophy I like. Okay, now, Harry Reid, I know you don't like him, but he's back for another 6 years.
Well, listen, first off, I have to say overall, it seems like everybody's a little upset today, but I thought it was a great night. Listen, paybacks are a Behar, and it was handed to this guy last night, and I might live out here in the whack zone. Granted, California, I feel like everybody else got a G.I. Joe for Christmas. I woke up and they gave me a beige sweater with a chocolate brown dickie, but I'm still happy. We flipped it around last night. The game's afoot again. Now, trust me, you don't want to come out this way. Horace Greeley, if he were alive today, he'd tell you, stay put. Stay put.
Do
not go west.
Right.
It's shaky because this is the island of misfit toys out here. But like I said, I'm still happy that the country went like that. I think it's going to influence all the states when they see that they'll get their head handed to them next time through, if not this time, if they don't play along now.
Now, I asked this to Morris and Stephanopoulos, and I'll ask it to you because you've lived out there for quite some time. Look, I have nothing against Barbara Boxer personally. I don't know the woman. I've never interviewed her. I don't know.
Oh, I do, Billy. She seems horrible.
Right, but she is the biggest spending entitlement person. You can't get any more left than she is. And she wins by 10 points? I mean, I'm going to myself, do you not know the state of California owes $138 billion? Do you not know that this woman doesn't care, will take us into bankruptcy? What is that?
Losers like to vote for losers. There's a lot of losers out here, Billy. I hate to say it, but this is not the once great state it was. You watch this state. It is going to be a portent for the rest of the country. Now, you look at France, which was once a great culture. Indeed, we wouldn't have gotten out of the box in this country if France didn't help us out. You look at France today, you have 22-year-old kids who otherwise live like there's no tomorrow marching in the street over retirement benefits. There's too gifted out here. There's too many people who are entitled to stuff. And you watch, this state's in real trouble. And at least, when they look up at Boxer, they can see somebody they're not ashamed of when they back up for their entitlement. There's some people who would look at you and say, come on, you're not even trying. They realize Boxer's whole political career is an entitlement to her. So they feel comfortable with her.
Yeah, she's not going to judge them.
There are a lot of losers.
Don't judge me. She's not going to judge them. Don't judge me. Don't judge me because I won't get a job and support myself. Don't judge me. Okay.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's the stuff that made this country great. I like Norman Rothwell lithos, and this has turned out, just to be splatter art here right now. There's a lot of spin art here.
I love California. I mean, it's a beautiful state, so got everything, but something going on. Now, President Obama, let's try to put ourselves, Miller, you and me, in his shoes tonight. Okay, so he's sitting there in the White House. And now he's gone from rock star, 70% approval rating, to my party's disintegrating right before my eyes. What do you think he's thinking about?
Well, I guarantee you he's not noting the Messiah to pariah-like plunge that's happened over 22 months. He thinks we're wrong. Listen, man, I know that I think you're willing to give him more of the benefit of the doubt than me. I was willing to give him a benefit of the doubt for a long time. But when you start saying stuff like, if you're not going to confront your enemies about fellow American citizens, That was it for me. I don't believe in the guy anymore. So I don't think he's sitting there tonight recalcitrant about having his hat handed to him. I think he thinks that we're all idiots clinging to our God and guns out here.
Do you really think that he
tiresome.
believes that he is a superior intellect, and that all of us down here, particularly you and me, Miller, just don't get how brilliant he is and how much good he's doing for the country?
Well, listen, I think he's held in good stead tonight after watching Tammy Faye Boehner almost break down last night. I think he's thinking, my God, I got a guy singing MacArthur Park at karaoke night here. What happened to Boehner? You got to buck up over there, John. We're in the kill zone now. Don't go wobbly on me. Come on, get it together. I think Obama's looking over and go, is he crying? There's no crying in blood sport.
You know, he wanted just to show his human side, Miller. He was just being a guy.
All right, I get the quaver in the voice, but the third time in, where you're still freaking out, all of a sudden I'm watching Flowers for Algernon. Get it together.
Dennis Miller, everybody. There he is. Happy birthday again, Miller. Don't get drunk.
Thank